Okay, so stresses in thick cylinder, we have got these two equations. So let us take this as 2a, okay, and take this as equation number 2. Okay, so now we have two equations. So equation 1 is sigma r minus r into dr, d sigma r upon dr equals 0. This is equation 1. And sigma t plus sigma r minus 2a, if you take 2a to the left hand side, equals 0. This let us take this as equation number 2. Okay, so we have to eliminate, okay, some of the terms. Okay, so in order to do that, what shall we do? We'll subtract 2 minus 1. Okay, subtracting, write down, subtracting equation 2 minus 1. Subtracting equation 2 minus 1. If you subtract equation 2 minus 1, what you will get? To a minus, this is equation 1, sigma r minus r d sigma r upon dr. Okay, so sigma t gets cancelled. 2 sigma r minus 2a plus, okay, r d sigma r upon dr equals 0. Is this okay? Have you noted down up till here? So further you can see that 2 is common in these two terms. So if you take 2 outside, sigma r minus a plus r d sigma r upon dr equals 0. Okay, if you take this to the right hand side, this term, sigma r minus a equals minus d sigma r upon dr. Just rearrange the terms. After this, you bring this d sigma r to the left hand side upon d sigma r equals r upon dr. So just rearranging the terms. Okay, d sigma r, I bought it here. Have you noted down this? Can I erase? Okay. Now, taking the reciprocal of previous equation, taking reciprocal, taking reciprocal. So denominator will come to the numerator by 2 into sigma r minus a, that is equals minus dr upon r. This the reason for doing this is we have to integrate the terms. So that's why we are taking the reciprocal of this. Okay, take the 2 to the right hand side. minus 2 by r upon dr. Okay, so this is the equation. Have you noted down up till here?
Yes, sir.
So take this as equation. What is the equation number? 3 or 4? So take this as equation number 3. Now integrating equation 3. So if you integrate equation 3, what you will get? What is integration of 1 by x? Integration of 1 by x. Log x, isn't it? So here you take this as 1 upon x. X is here sigma r minus a. So it will be log of sigma r minus a. Okay. Similarly here 2 is constant, 1 by r. 1 by r. It will be like 1 by x. So it will be minus 2 log of, here it is natural logarithm. Okay, take this as natural logarithm. So here you have to add one constant called log b. Okay. So we are adding one more constant here, log b. Write down, since integration of 1 by x equals log x. Okay, so 1 by r, 2 minus 2 is constant, 1 by r minus 1 by r will be log r. So minus 2 is already there, plus a constant. Okay, c, constant, see that constant we are taking it as log b. Okay. So further you can write it as log sigma r minus a equals, can you tell minus 2 log r, how you can rewrite this? Minus 2 log r, how you can rewrite this? You can write minus log of
Log by
r square. Okay, this 2 goes to the power. Okay, this minus 2, it goes to the power, you can write it as r square. Okay, plus log b. What about log b minus log r square? Then it becomes the divisor. Okay, you can write it as log b upon r square. Log b minus log r square is log b upon r square. Okay, so here also it is logarithm, so that you can take anti-log and cancel out each other. Taking anti-logarithm, anti-log, sigma r minus a becomes equal to b by r square, or rearranging, sigma r becomes a goes to the right hand side, means it will be positive, a plus b by r square. So a and b are two arbitrary constants. You can find it out by solving out the two equations. Can you substitute back, take this as equation number 4, substituting equation number 4 in equation number 1. Do you remember equation number 1? No, sorry, not equation number 1, equation number 2. Equation number 2 is, can you remember that? 2a. This is equation number 2, correct? This is equation number 2. So you are getting sigma r a plus b by r square. That is substitute in the equation 2. Equation 2 is sigma r plus sigma t, that equals to 2a. So if you substitute this sigma r value here, you will get the sigma t value here. So what equation do you get here? A plus b by r square plus sigma t equals to a. Okay. So now you can find out sigma t from here. So sigma t will be 2a minus a. If you take this term to the right hand side, minus 2a minus a minus b upon r square. Okay. 2a minus a will be a. So a minus b r square. So this is sigma t. So these two equations are called as the Lamb's equation. Okay. So write down Lamb's equations. So sigma t, tangential stress, sigma t will be upon r square. Sigma r will be a plus b upon r square. Okay, these two are important equations. Please note down. Sigma t a minus b by r square, sigma r a plus b upon r square. By using these two equations, you can find out the stress variations in a thick cylinder. Okay, that you'll understand while solving a problem. See sigma t. So using these equations, you can find out either radial stresses or tangential stress. Okay, these arbitrary constants you can find out with the help of equations. Okay, solving two equations. So two unknowns are there. You have to solve two equations so that you can find out these two terms. Have you noted down up till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, shall we solve one problem on this? So this is the derivation. Okay, you have to do it. It's important in exam point of view. Derive Lamb's equation means you have to derive from the beginning. Okay, first you have to draw that cylinder, thick cylinder, showing the stresses. Hope you remember this. Okay, you have to draw a thick cylinder. Okay, you have to start from here. You have to show the stresses like this. So radial stresses will be sigma r. Sorry, this is stress will come later. The first there will be fluid inside with the pressure Pi. So PO will be the pressure outside. So external pressure. So from here you have to start the derivation. So you have to take consider elemental ring like this dr at a distance of r from here. So dr this is. Then you have to assume only the elemental cylinder, and you have to consider the stresses here. Okay, so taking all this, you will get F1, F2, F3, three forces. Make summation of forces along y direction as 0 for equilibrium conditions. Then you will get the equations. Then go on solving uh, and integrate. Okay, and take the logarithm, anti-logarithm. You will get the. At some point, you'll have to take this constant. Okay, so that is how you solve the derivation. We'll solve one problem on this. Okay, write down. A pipe of 400 internal diameter, problem 1, a pipe of 400 mm internal diameter and 100 mm thickness, 100 mm thickness, contains a fluid at a pressure, fluid at a pressure 80 Newton per millimeter square. So they're saying that there is a thick cylinder inside. There is a fluid which is having a pressure of internal pressure of 80 Newton per millimeter square. Find the maximum and minimum hoop stress. Hoop stress across the section. Across the section. Hoop stress across the section. Also sketch the. Also sketch the radial and hoop stress. Radial and hoop stress. Radial and hoop stress. Distribution across the section. Distribution across the section. Another 10 minutes is there. I'll just take the attendance. Mohammed Shahir. Ashish Kumar. Babin Babu. Govind Kumar. Gagan.
Yes, sir.
Govind Kumar is present. Likit. Manuel John.
Present, sir.
Nizar.
Present, sir.
Navneet. Prajwal.
Present, sir.
Shri Krishna Bhatt.
Present,
Rajat.
present, sir.
Rajat. Dhanush. Charan. Atish.
Present, sir.
Gangadhar.
Present, sir.
So okay, so how to solve this problem? So take the given data. What they've given in the question is, see, pipe of 400 mm internal diameter. Okay. So now this is a thick cylinder. Okay. So they're saying that internal diameter is 400 mm. Thickness is 100 mm. So thickness is 100 mm. Thickness is 100 mm. What should be the external diameter? Can you tell? What should be external diameter? What is the external diameter? If internal diameter is 400, thickness is 100. So here also it will be 100, correct? 400 plus 400 plus 100, sorry, 400 plus 100 plus 100. So total will be 600 mm, correct? That is a DO. So internal diameter is 400 mm, external diameter is 600 mm. So radius, internal diameter will be 200 mm, external diameter, external radius will be 300 mm, correct? Is it okay? And note that in the question, only fluid is at a pressure of 80 Newton per millimeter square. That means only internal pressure is there. External pressure is zero. If it's not given, assume it as zero. So only internal pressure is given. Okay. So Pi is given 80 Newton per millimeter square. Okay. Outer pressure will be zero because it's not given in the question. They are saying only internal pressure is there inside. Now take the Lehm's equation. Noted down the data, right? Take the Lehm's equation. What is the Lehm's equation? Sigma r, radial stress, A plus B upon R square. So first our idea is to find out these two constants. Okay, if we are able to find out these two constants, okay, then it is easy for us to see the stress variation. So unknown for us is these two. Okay, so radius we know. So write down at r equals ri. Okay, so now this is a variable. R is a variable. It can be internal diameter or it can be outer diameter. So if I take that r is some value, okay, at a distance. If I take r becomes ri, then it becomes the internal diameter. If I take r equals ro, then it becomes the external diameter. So at r equals ri, so what is ri here? 200 mm. So at r equals 200 mm, what is the pressure? So internal pressure is 80. So sigma r, I can take it as 80. A plus B upon, now R is 200. Is it okay? So this will be equation number 1. Now at R equals RO, okay, if this R, arbitrary value of R, okay, becomes RO, then the pressure becomes 0. Okay, at R equals RO is 300 mm. So at this radius, pressure, external pressure is 0. Okay, so you can take this as 0 equals A plus B upon 300 square. So now we got two equations, equation 1 and 2. So if we solve this two equations, we'll get the value of A and B. So try this. Okay, next class we'll discuss this about this. So if there are two unknowns and there are two equations, if we solve this, you'll get the value of A and B.